Hello friends. Now second application of PN junction diode full wave rectifier. We have seen in half wave rectifier only we get the output during the positive half cycle. Next during the second half cycle we did not get the output. Now so what happens now solution of that half wave rectifier is this overcomes that is the full wave rectifier. In full wave rectifier we have to use two PN junction diode in forward bias. We should use two PN junction diode in forward bias. Then we can get continuous output. Now let we will see how we can get the full wave rectifier. Today's topic is application of PN junction diode full wave rectifier. We know that what is rectifier, what is rectification. Rectification is the process and rectifier is the circuit. Now in rectification AC energy we can convert into DC energy easily. In full wave rectifier circuit diagram of full wave rectifier. First AC input given to the primary winding of the transformer, mutual induction, secondary winding of the transformer that is connected to the diode D1. Now here we have to use two PN junction diode, first one and second PN junction diode. In half wave rectifier we used simple transformer. Here we used center tape transformer. Why center tape transformer? Because output of both the diodes, diode D1 and output of diode D2, output of D1 and D2 given to the center of this transformer, means center tape transformer. Now diode D1 D2, here anode and cathode, now cathode of both the diodes, cathode terminal of the both the diodes means negative terminal of both the diodes, diode D1 and diode D2, negative terminal of both the diodes directly connected. From that we can take the output. Load resistance RL. Now here positive end and the negative end of the load resistance, point A, point B. Now RL means through which we can take the output. From the load resistance we can take the output of the full wave rectifier output DC, because here we have to convert AC energy into DC energy, means here at input end AC 220 or 230 volt and frequency 50 hertz for Indian standard frequency decided by our government, that is 50 hertz frequency. AC means given to the primary winding of the transformer. Now secondary winding of the transformer, S1 connected to the diode D1 and S2 connected to the diode D2. Now center tap transformer, both the output of the D1 and D2 connected to the center of this transformer. That's why we can say center tap transformer, represented by CT, center tap transformer. Now input, input of diode D1 and input of diode D2. Here output, final output of the full wave rectifier. Input AC waveform, input of diode D2. The phase difference between diode D1 and diode D2 is 180 degree, means pi radian. Zero, pi, 2 pi and 3 pi. Same here, 0, pi, 2 pi and 3 pi. 0 degree or 0 radian, 180 degree or pi radian, 360 degree or 2 pi radian. D1 and D2. Now input of diode D1, during the first positive half cycle, time interval 0 less than or equal to theta or omega t less than or equal to pi, during the first positive half cycle, that is given to the diode D1, means here S1 becomes positive during the first positive half cycle. S1 becomes positive. S1 becomes positive. Here positive means P section of the PN junction diode. S1 becomes positive. Why S1 becomes positive? Because here during the first positive half cycle, S1 becomes positive, and positive means connection is forward bias mode. In forward bias mode, the current is flows through the diode D1. Now when S1 becomes positive, as compared to S1, S2 becomes negative. S1 positive and S2 negative. Why S2 negative? Because S1 positive, S2 negative. As compared to S2, S1 becomes positive and S2 negative. Now plus, we have seen in last video lecture, positive means PN junction diode in forward bias mode. When the PN junction diode in forward bias mode, the depletion layer width and the height of the depletion layer is reducing. Why? Because of the electric field in opposite direction. When the electric field in opposite direction, width and the height is decreasing. width and the height is decreasing. When the width and the height of the depletion layer and potential barrier decreasing, obstacle is decreasing, and more number of electrons and holes diffuses from N to P and P to N. That's why the reason of that, the more current is flows, more current constitute. Why? Because the diffusion process is very speedy. And S1 positive, A terminal of the means P section of the PN junction diode positive diode in forward bias mode. D1 allows the current to flow through it. Now in second PN junction diode, S2 negative, here positive terminal means P section of the PN junction diode, P section of the PN junction diode, S2 negative and P section connected to the P section of the PN junction diode, means here minus and plus means diode in reverse bias mode. When the diode in reverse bias mode, at that time the direction of the electric field are same. Because of the same direction of the electric field, here depletion layer and potential barrier width and the height of the potential barrier gradually increasing, means obstacle is increasing. When the obstacle is increasing, the electrons and holes do not jump from N to P and P to N. Majority charge carriers, movement of the majority charge carrier is approximately 0, but current flows, little bit current flows because of the minority charge carriers present in the P section and N section. In P section, minorities are electron, and in N section, minorities are holes. Few amount of electrons present in the P section and few amount of holes present in the N section, and current flows because of the minority charge carrier, that is insufficient to operate the device. That's why here blockage of the current because of the minority charge carriers, very little bit current flows. Practically we can say zero current flows. That's why because of the reverse bias mode, here blockage of the current, total current is approximately 0. Now total current flows in first positive half cycle because of the diode D1. The direction of the flow of the current during the first positive half cycle, direction during first positive half cycle starting from S1 going to D1 to point A to load resistance RL, point B to center tape transformer to S1. The direction of flowing of current from S1 to D1 A RL B CT during the first positive half cycle. Diode D1 in forward bias and diode D2 in reverse bias. Why reverse bias? Because here input of diode D2 is negative and P section, diode in reverse bias, and total current, here blockage of the current, and here blockage of the current means this section of the circuit, if we remove this portion of the circuit, we can say during the first positive half cycle only current flowing through S1 D1 A RL B to CT. Now direction during the first positive half cycle, the direction of flowing of the current represented by blue dash line. Now, what happens during this second half cycle? During the first positive half cycle of D1 and negative half cycle of D2. Now, during the second half cycle, what happens when diode D1, diode D1, input of diode D1 during the second half cycle negative. Input is here negative. Time interval pi less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to 2 pi. During pi to 2 pi, time interval between pi to 2 pi, D1 second half cycle of diode D1 input given to the diode D1, that is negative. Now here negative given to the diode D1 negative, and here P section of PN junction diode minus and plus, diode in reverse bias mode, diode because of the reverse bias mode, here blockage of the current and diode D1, from diode D1 current do not flows. Now during the input of diode D2, second half cycle of the diode D2 is positive. Time interval pi less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to 2 pi. During the second half cycle, second positive half cycle of diode D2 given to the input of diode D2, so S2 becomes positive. S2 becomes positive and S1 negative. Positive and connected to the P section of the PN junction diode, positive terminal of the battery connected to the P section of the PN junction diode, means positive means diode in forward bias mode. When the diode in forward bias mode allows the current to flow through it. Now diode D1 here connection is false connection. Because of the false connection, D1 reverse bias mode, blockage of current, and total amount of the current flows through the diode D2. Now current flows through the diode D2. The direction of the flow of the current, the direction during the second half cycle, the direction S2 diode D2, S2 diode D2 to A2 load resistance RL to point B to CT, center tape transformer, and center tape transformer to S2. Means during the second half cycle, the direction of flow of the current in full wave rectifier S2 D2 A B CT and S2 direction the direction of flowing of the current during second half cycle S2 D2 A RL B to CT, and finally S2. So in this manner, during the first positive half cycle, we got the output from diode D1. During the first half cycle, we got the output from diode D1. Diode D1 output because of the diode D1 in forward bias mode. Now, during the first half cycle, diode D1 in forward bias and diode D2 in reverse bias. We get the output because of the diode D1. Now during the second half cycle, D1 in reverse bias mode, blockage of the current, D2 in forward bias mode, current flows through it. We get the output because of the diode D2 in forward bias mode in second half cycle. Now this process is continuously repeating. Here first complete cycle from 0 to 2 pi. D1 output of D1 because diode D1 in forward bias mode. Diode output of diode D2 because diode D2 in forward bias mode. Now that process is continuously repeating. Again output because of the diode D1 in forward bias mode. D1, D2, D1, D2, D1, D2 and so on. In this manner we can get continuous DC waveform, means we can say continuous DC energy. Now in this way we resolve the problem that faces in half wave rectifier. In half wave rectifier only we got the output during the first positive half cycle. In full wave rectifier we have seen here we got the output continuous during the first positive half cycle as well as during the second half cycle. First one due to diode D1 and second one diode D2 by connecting two diodes in forward bias mode, diode D1 and diode D2. Both the output of the diode D2, given to the center tap transformer and output take at load resistance RL. If we connect here bulb, then bulb will glow continuously with the help of the full wave rectifier. Means here in rectifier circuit we have easily convert AC energy into DC energy. Daily appliances means mobile charger. In mobile charger the circuit is used that is full wave rectifier. For camera charger, laptop, palm top, etc. charger, the device is used for conversion of AC energy into DC energy, that is full wave rectifier. With the help of the full wave rectifier we can easily convert AC energy to DC energy. And rectification, here the process of rectification. Now let me quickly repeat that process, how this process happens. The application of PN junction diode, half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. In half wave rectifier, with the help of the half wave rectifier we have seen only during the first positive half cycle we got the output. During the second positive half cycle the output is totally zero. Now that's why we use two PN junction diode in forward bias, that is full wave rectifier. In full wave rectifier, why we say full wave rectifier? Because here during the first half cycle we got the output, during the second half cycle we got the output. That's why we can say full wave rectifier. In full wave rectifier, diode D1 in forward bias during the first half cycle due to in forward bias during the second half cycle, and we got the output. Dear friends, you can write all the steps in this manner, then you can get full marks in examination. No one can cut your marks. Thank you.